Yeah, I was born in Hagerstown back in 1950. I was left in the hospital. My aunt got me out because my mother didn't want me. She already had a child who had cancer, which was my brother George. And as I was growing up, I was on the swimming team, was on the roller skating team. Uh, I did figure skating, ice and roller skating, and went to work very young. Went to work about 12, 13 years old. First with the Hagerstown School Board, and liked it very well. And then in the summertime, I would go and work with my father's boss, Ed Henson, who's now up there on Mount Etna Road. Worked with them in the summertime, building houses. In fact, the one house that's in Hagerstown, I helped build that I lived in. And had fun doing it because it had a cold storage in the basement. And you could put canned goods and stuff like that in it, and it would keep for years. That's how cold it was. It was almost like a refrigerator in that one spot. And got over, uh, played in a band, played in a country band called Tomcat and the Country Kittens, which was my brother-in-law from my first marriage, which her name was Geraldine Green. And then I also played in a group called Gary Wayne the Roadmaster Show. And I sang backup singer with his group, and I sang and played steel guitar. My brother-in-law taught me how to play steel. So we played that. As time went on, things got a little bit rougher. I went out, joined a motorcycle gang called Kamikazes. They were a group out of Hagerstown. Never got myself in trouble, go close. But we ran with some bad bunches, you know. We didn't take no crap off of them. Got over at a 1959 Harley Panhead. Turned it into a trike. Beautiful looking thing. Metallic purple. Had the grim reefer on top. Skeleton tank. Coffin tank. Yeah, it's awesome looking. Wound up leaving her after 6 months. Moved to West Virginia. Ran into a gang down there with the pagans. Got in myself some trouble down there. Got into drugs, smoking dope, you know. Of course, I was thinking back then, if you didn't smoke dope, you weren't in with the gang. And that's what we done. So I got tired of that scene, went to Baltimore, to a rehab, tried to get myself straightened out. And at the same time, wound up going to this one church, and that's how I met Lois. Yeah, I met my first wife at a skating rink. Um, she was there with some friends of hers, and I started talking to her. Of course, in my skating box, I had my skate and 2 bottles of Tango vodka. And it was orange juice and vodka mixed. It was called Tango. And I was sitting there, I was drinking it, put it in my thing, she come up. Well, I give her some, you know, we started off that way. And we decided to get married that quick. I mean, it wasn't that long that we were apart. And caught her with another guy in bed. Of course, now, during that time between we got married and this guy in bed, she wound up pregnant and had a son named David Allen Myers, and this is him. Everybody said that he looked like me at the time, but as time went on, I was told that he wasn't mine. So we never had a blood test done, we never had anything done. And when we separated, she had a sister named Joyce. She wanted to get with me. And I told her, I said, you think I'm nuts or what? I said, one of you is bad enough. I said, didn't have to have another headache. And she left me alone. So I just got tired of being in Hagerstown and getting in trouble, drinking all the times. So I decided to move to Baltimore, thanks to one of the judges there in Hagerstown. I went down there, went to rehab, got out in 3 months, or went out on a pass. Really, I was supposed to go to an AA meeting. And when I did, I went up to this one church, was Doherty's United Methodist. And this is when I met Lois. And we started talking. She was going home one day, and I asked her if I could walk her home. And she said I could, so I walked her home. And we got to her place. I stayed at the bridge. She walked on up. So we kept seeing each other for a while. And one time I went up to her house. Didn't have a place to stay. Well, I wound up staying at her house and her husband's house. And we had an affair. And she was telling me that she got tired of being beat on and stuff thrown at her and everything else. So I said, well, why don't you leave? And she said, well, I'm scared to. I said, well, don't worry, you're leaving tonight. And that's what we done. I had a place. She went to her mother's house, and after that we tried to work things out, tried to find a place to live at. And he used to come around and give her a hard time. And, he wanted to kick my ass, and I laughed at him. He pulled a knife out, you know. I said, yeah, I'll stick that up your ass and make you eat it. And, you know, God bless her, she kept me calm because if it wasn't been for her, I'd probably be in jail. But we spent 25 years together. And we didn't always get, you know, we always didn't have a happy time. We used to have a hard time with her 2 sons. They lived with us, and they wanted to do what they wanted to do. And, you know, I told them they weren't going to do it. Of course, they didn't like me because I took them away from the father. Yeah, I wasn't trying to be a father, just trying to give them a better life, but they didn't want it at the time. Jenny, now she's a different story. You know, she did what she wanted to do. She wanted to get pregnant early. And have Bobby, you know. We stuck by her. You know, we done everything we could. When he was sick, he used to come down to our house and stay. We took care of him when she was sick, you know. that's the way we were. We took care of each other. And like I said, I wound up buying a house, put a roof over her head. She didn't have to worry about nothing from then on. In 2003, she wound up passing away. Yeah, so 1981, me and Lois wound up getting married. We went to the courthouse to get married, and because our preacher, he wouldn't marry us because he said we weren't going to last. So he had a bet against us that we would only last a year, and took him up on that bet. And we went on a couple months later. He said, well, we said something to him about we wanted to renew our vows. He said, well, I guess we can do it now. He said, you're already married. And he said, I said, yeah, by the way, you owe us some money. I said, we lasted more than a year. I said, you owe us some money. Well, he didn't do it. And but he married us. We had a nice wedding. We did our own cake. We did our own wedding cake. I have a picture of it here somewhere. I don't know where to look, but we have it. And it turned out real nice. Had a good reunion. We wound up moving on to Hamburg Street, 1170. We lived there for about 4 years. Then we moved to 1117 West Hamburg, and I wound up buying that house because I had gotten my back hurt. But in between that time and then, I had a phone call from the FBI. My wife said that my wife Lois said she got a phone call from the FBI. I had just gotten off work and went to a pool game. And at the pool game, she told me, I said, well, we'll call him in the morning. So I called him, they come to the house. He showed me his badge, and he said, do you know this picture? I said, yeah, I do. He said, well, how do you know it? I said, well, she still got the ring on that I bought her, which was a lady's Lindsay Star ring, and that's how I knew who it was. And I said, well, what happened? He said, well, we found her murdered at Sandy Point Park in Boonesboro. I said, well, did you know who done it? He said, well, you're suspicious of murder. I said, well, that doesn't faze me none. I said, you can't prove nothing because I was in rehab trying to get sober. He said, can you prove it? I said, yeah. So I told him who to call. And of course I was proven innocent, but it's still pending because they haven't found out anything yet. After all that, I didn't hear nothing afterwards, after all that was done. So we were having trouble with the kid's father. He would come around starting arguments and stuff, and his name was Marty, and he would threaten her, threaten me, and I just wouldn't take no crap from him. Yeah, dumbass me, I forgot to mention that the woman I was talking about was my first wife, Geraldine, and she was the one that was murdered down there at Sandy Point. And, yeah, after I heard about that was all dead and gone. I didn't hear any more about that. But my time in Baltimore, I spent about 25 years there. And in that time, I spent about 14 years of bartending, uh, feeding the people in the bar, because I was a bartender and cook. And then we got doing shooting pool in there on the pool league. We do that every Tuesday and Thursday night, and I got pretty good at it. We actually, I won 2 trophies. I left one of them at the bar and I brought one of them home with me. Got second place, and a couple times I almost got to go to Vegas. Kind of missed that. I only missed by 1 ball. I could have made it, but that's me, getting in a hurry. But I enjoyed tending bar, Got to know the people, got to know different people in the businesses. Even got to get me a brand new pool stick from one of the pool companies down there. They gave me one. It was like $140 for the pool stick, and man gave it to me. Got to my grandson. I got to see where he worked at, and his grandmother worked at. He kind of impressed me. In his years growing up, he made these little booklets, cartoon booklets, and still have one. In fact, I just gave him the one I had to him because he wanted to look at it. He forgot what he'd done. But he's very intelligent, straight A student. Kind of stooped though when he graduated. He got married. But, that's what youngins do. They think about the ladies before they think about school. And, but he's happy, He's happy. He's got 3 kids. I got 3 great grandkids. I love them all, Don't get to see them much because can't get around that well. But, hey, I enjoy it. It gives me time and peace, and it shows where I've grown up over the years from being a badass to what I am today. I care. I'm a loving person. I try to help people again. That's what I did in Baltimore when things happened. We had that disaster that time when the whole Worston Avenue burned up. We were there. We helped the people. We gave them food. We gave them warm sheets, covers. We gave them a place to stay until their place was rebuilt again. Years ago I wouldn't do that because I didn't care nobody but about myself. And it's kind of like summing up the whole time of my life is like, what is the greatest part of my life is giving back to people that have given to me, or giving to people that and not get found out about it. Me and my wife Lois, we had a beautiful time together. We used to just get up times that she was off. We used to just go. We'd say, "Hey, car, take us where you want us to go." Well, we wind up in Pennsylvania, we wind up Fredericksburg, Maryland, we wind up, didn't know where we wind up, but wherever we went, we had a good time. One time we took my aunt, hell, she made enough food for an army. She had roast beef, she had turkey, she had ham, she had beef, she had all the salads, What do you want us to bring? Nothing, I got everything, and you don't have them times anymore because they're gone, I just talked to my aunt this morning, and it's like, where's time gone, if you don't appreciate what you had then, you ain't gonna appreciate what you got now. And I dearly appreciate what I got now, because over the 25 years, we've had our ups and downs, me and my wife Lois, but we've always cared about our grandkids and our kids, and that'll never stop with me. Needless to say, I lost her in 2003. She went in for her asthma and wound up getting MRSA, and I lost her in 2003. And it was a great loss. It still is. The times when I lived in Baltimore, I just happen to think that all the things I did with some friends of mine, Gary and Don, and can't think of his other name, but I used to plant trees for Baltimore. There was like 15 parks there that we did trees in. We did over 4,000 trees in 2 days. We had people after people after people coming in helping us, and it got to the point where I couldn't do it anymore. So they said, "Well, you're not going to plant trees no more, Wally. You're going to cook." Well, needless to say, I wound up cooking, and I enjoyed that because, hey, they liked my cooking. They enjoyed me talking. It's a gathering place for people to renew old virtues into new ones. And it's like starting their life all over again. How bad things could be, but when people pull together, it gets better. There's an old saying that, life is only a promissory note, and we only live from day to day, minute for minute, second for second. And we take what we need out of it and leave the rest for somebody else. And that's what I've learned over the years. I do things today that I don't want to get found out about, don't want people to know about, because I do it from my heart. And if people would do that from the heart, they feel a lot better. And that's what I try to express back onto my grandkids and other people, is that don't be so hard on yourself, because life's going to be hard on you from the get-go. But you take things out of it that you can use, and use it for good. Use it for what you can use it for. And whatever's left, leave it for somebody else. You'll find out life gets easier as you get older. Things will work out for you instead of you working it. And, today, I'm up here because my family didn't want to see me down there in Baltimore around the drugs, the alcohol and stuff, because when my wife passed away, that's the way I went. And I almost killed myself from it. And bringing me up here was the best thing that ever happened, because it gave me a different outlook, gave me a different feeling. And I got to meet new people, people who are a different life span than what I am. But I can understand, because I've been where they've been at. I've done what they've done. And if I can help them change, or they can help me change, it's whatever. It goes back, take what you can use and leave the rest. And I love it up here, I got a clubhouse I go to. We do arts and crafts. We shoot pool. In fact, we just got a brand new pool table. I got my own pool stead. You know, I've won pool tournaments already. I come in first place. We play, every once in a while we'll play spades. I'm the champ in that one, I will have to say. I have yet to be beat out of 35 people. I'm number one. So, yeah, that's an achievement to me. Am I bragging? Yeah. Am I good? Yeah. So, yeah, whatever way you want to put it. I'm enjoying life today. And it's going to keep going. Time is like a whispering song. It just drifts and ripples. It's like time stands still and then time rolls on. So where are we at? We're right in the middle of begin and dawn. Dawn? Dawn of what? Can it be a new life? Or can it be a suspicious life? You know, one never wonders. He just knows that life goes on. And we stay happy.